Is your daily vitamin routine quietly weakening your legs? It might sound surprising, even a little hard to believe, but for millions of older adults, it's already happening. Every morning, people take their supplements thinking they're doing something good, supporting heart health, boosting energy, staying strong. But what if some of those well-meaning habits are actually working against you? If standing up from a chair feels more difficult than it used to, if walking upstairs makes you nervous, even just a little, if your legs feel weaker and you've told yourself it's just part of getting older, there might be more going on than just age. The truth is, something in your supplement routine could be slowly draining your strength. Strong legs aren't just about staying active. They give you the freedom to move, the confidence to live independently, and the safety to avoid serious falls. When that strength starts slipping, it affects everything: how you live, how you feel, and how much control you have over your own life. In this video, we're going to reveal 3 common vitamins that could be quietly undermining your leg strength. And more importantly, we'll show you what you can do instead to stay steady, mobile, and confident as you age. Let's take a closer look. Let's start with a surprising name on the list: vitamin E. It's long been praised as a miracle nutrient. You've probably heard it helps protect your heart, improves your skin, and even slows down aging. That's why it shows up in so many multivitamins, anti-aging blends, and standalone supplements. It sounds harmless. After all, it's just a vitamin, right? But here's the truth. Not all vitamins are safe in high doses, and for older adults, vitamin E might quietly be doing more harm than good. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like C or B, which your body can flush out, vitamin E is fat-soluble. That means it gets stored in your fat tissues and liver. Over time, especially with high-dose supplements taken daily, this buildup can reach toxic levels without you even knowing it. And that's where the real concern begins. Too much vitamin E in your system can interfere with your muscles and nerves. It disrupts something called neuromuscular function, the link between your nerves and your muscles. When that connection weakens, your muscles don't respond the way they should. Now think about this. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass. Add a weakened nerve, muscle connection on top of that, and suddenly, simple movements become a challenge. At first, the signs are easy to overlook. Maybe getting up from your favorite chair takes more effort. Maybe you feel a little off balance while walking through the grocery store. You tell yourself it's just part of getting older. A little fatigue. No big deal. But your muscles may be weakening from the inside out, and vitamin E could be playing a major role. Another red flag? Feeling unusually tired during basic activities, especially in your legs and hips. That early fatigue can sneak up on you. And here's another layer of risk. Vitamin E can thin your blood. So, if you're already taking blood thinners, that combination can increase your chances of bruising, internal bleeding, or serious complications if you fall even something as simple as tripping over a rug. The most troubling part, it's often misdiagnosed or completely missed. Many people assume feeling wobbly, sluggish, or easily tired is just aging. But sometimes, it's not. Sometimes it's a daily supplement that no longer fits your body's needs. So, what can you do instead? Here's the good news. Vitamin E still matters. Your body needs it, but not in high-dose pills. And definitely not every single day are packed with vitamin E in a form your body can absorb more safely. No overload. No hidden risks. Just clean, natural nourishment. Switching to food-based sources is one of the simplest, most powerful changes you can make. And if you've been taking high-dose supplements for years, it's a smart move to talk with your doctor. Bring your vitamins with you. Ask if they're still necessary or doing more harm than good. You might be surprised. Many people are taking way more vitamin E than they realize, simply because the label says, heart healthy, or supports immunity. But those claims don't mean you need extra from every direction. Remember, Vitamin E hides in more than just your daily supplement. It could be in your multivitamin, your skincare formula, even your brain-boosting capsules. Add it all up, and you might be crossing the safe limit without knowing it. The bottom line? Vitamin E isn't the enemy, but too much of it can quietly wear down your muscles, especially in your legs, robbing you of strength, balance, and independence. And those are the things we all want to hold on to as we age. So instead of relying on high-dose pills, choose whole foods, revisit your supplement plan, and have that honest conversation with your doctor. Your legs will thank you, and so will your future self. Let's move on to another vitamin that many older adults trust for better health, vitamin A. It's been praised for years for its benefits to vision, skin, and immune support. You'll find it in multivitamins, fortified foods, and even old-school remedies like cod liver oil. Sounds healthy, right? But here's what most people don't realize. Like vitamin E, vitamin A is fat, soluble. That means it doesn't leave your body easily. It stays, it pours, and slowly, silently, it builds up until it starts doing damage you may not even notice. Our bodies are amazing, but they change with age. The liver slows down. Muscles recover more slowly. Bones naturally lose density. That means the margin for error with supplements gets smaller. And too much vitamin A can quietly tip things in the wrong direction. One of the biggest concerns is its effect on bone health, especially in the hips and legs. The very bones that help us walk, stay balanced, and live independently. Studies show that high levels of vitamin A are linked to faster bone loss. And for older adults, even a small drop in bone density can be life-changing. One slip on a rug, one stumble in the kitchen, and suddenly, you're dealing with a fracture that changes everything. But it doesn't stop with bones. Muscle strength can also take a hit. Many people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s report feeling heavy in their hips or thighs, a kind of deep soreness or fatigue, especially after walking or standing for a while. And it's so easy to dismiss. It's just aging. You tell yourself, maybe I overdid it yesterday. But what if it's not age at all? What if it's the very supplement you take every morning believing it's helping? Vitamin A hides in more places than you think. Cod liver oil is naturally high in it. Add in a multivitamin, fortified cereal, and maybe even some liver in your diet, and you've easily exceeded the daily limit without realizing it. Because your body stores it over time, chronic buildup can happen slowly but lead to serious consequences, especially if you've been taking months or years. So what should you watch for? Pain in the hips or upper thighs that just won't go away. Feeling tired after short walks. Avoiding stairs or long walks not out of fear or laziness, but because your legs no longer feel like they used to. These aren't just signs of aging. They could be your body's quiet way of saying something's off. So, what's the solution? First, it's important to understand that vitamin A is still essential, but it's all about the type and the amount you're getting. For most people, especially older adults, the safer option is beta-carotene, a plant-based form of vitamin A found in colorful vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and kale. Unlike retinol, the active form found in many supplements and animal products, beta-carotene doesn't build up to toxic levels. Your body only converts it to vitamin A when it actually needs it. It's nature's built-in safety net. If you're currently taking a vitamin A supplement, especially one with retinol or cod liver oil, it might be time to reevaluate. Are you also getting vitamin A from a multivitamin, fortified foods, breakfast cereal? It's surprisingly easy to double or even triple your daily intake without knowing. And that's where the risk starts to grow. A small change here can make a big difference in your energy, your strength, and your bone health. It's also worth asking your doctor to check your vitamin A levels, especially if you've been supplementing for a long time. Most standard blood tests don't include this unless you specifically request it, but a simple lab panel can tell you if you're inching toward the danger zone. The takeaway here is simple but powerful. More isn't always better, especially when it comes to fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A. What once felt like a smart health habit might now be quietly wearing down the very things you're trying to protect: your bones, your muscles, your freedom to move. So instead of reaching for high-dose pills, reach for whole foods. Let your nutrition come from your plant, not your pill bottle. It's not only safer, it's how your body was meant to thrive. Now let's talk about a vitamin that's often promoted as a brain booster and energy enhancer: vitamin B6. You'll see it everywhere. In senior multivitamins, energy blends, memory support pills, and even mood-boosting supplements. It's marketed as helpful, essential, and most of all safe. Why? Because unlike vitamins A and E, B6 is water-soluble. We're told that water-soluble vitamins are harmless, since the body flushes out what it doesn't need. But here's the surprise. B6 can still build up to toxic levels, especially if you're taking more than one supplement that contains it. And when that happens, it doesn't just cause minor side effects, it can cause lasting damage to your nerves, particularly in your legs and feet. One of the most serious consequences of too much B6 is something called peripheral neuropathy. It affects the nerves that control sensation and movement in your limbs. It often starts subtly, maybe a slight tingling in your toes, a bit of numbness that comes and goes. At first, you brush it off. Circulation maybe, just aging. But over time, that tingling can spread. You may notice your legs fall more easily, or your feet feel disconnected from the ground, like you're walking but not quite feeling it. Some people describe it as dead legs. Others say their gait shifts, slightly unsteady, even when walking across the room. Suddenly, stairs become intimidating, and the fear of falling starts to creep in. The damage isn't just physical, it erodes your confidence, your sense of control, and your independence. And what's heartbreaking is that many people assume these symptoms are just part of aging. Worse, some worry they might have multiple sclerosis or diabetic neuropathy. But the real culprit? It might be sitting quietly in your bathroom cabinet. A vitamin B6 supplement you've been taking for years. So how much is too much? The safe upper limit is typically set at 100 milligrams per day. But many over-the-counter supplements exceed that, especially if you're taking more than one. Your daily multivitamin might give you 30 or 40 milligrams. Your energy booster could add 50. Your brain support formula might sneak in another 25 or 30. Before you know it, you've passed the safety threshold without realizing it. And here's the truly difficult part. The nerve damage caused by too much B6 doesn't always go away, even after you stop taking it. Some people suffer long-term, even permanent damage: chronic numbness, poor coordination, or constant weakness in the legs. That's a steep price to pay for something that promised clarity or energy. So, what can you do to stay safe? First, take a close look at all your supplements, not just your multivitamin, but anything labeled for memory, energy, or mood. You might be surprised by how much hidden B6 is tucked into your daily routine. Second, remember this: the best source of B6 is real food. Your body handles nutrients from whole foods far better, things like bananas, avocados, potatoes, turkey, and chickpeas. These foods offer just the right amount to support your nervous system without putting it at risk. And if you're noticing any numbness, tingling, or strange sensations in your legs or feet, talk to your doctor. Ask specifically for a vitamin B6 blood test. Most people never think to request it, and unfortunately, most routine tests won't check your B6 levels unless you ask. But catching an overload early can make all the difference in reversing symptoms and protecting your long-term mobility. Here's the truth we often forget. More is not always better, especially with fat-soluble or high-dose vitamins like B6, A, and E. What once felt like a smart wellness habit could now be quietly chipping away at the very things you're trying to protect: your strength, your balance, your ability to move through life freely and confidently. Don't forget our legs aren't just for walking. They're the foundation of our independence. They help us shop, cook, travel, visit loved ones, and live with dignity. The last thing we want is for the supplement meant to support us to be the very thing slowly taking that freedom away. So take a moment, reevaluate. Look at what you're putting into your body every day. Ask yourself if it's truly necessary, and bring your questions to your doctor. Knowledge is power, and the more we understand what's going into our bodies, the better we can protect the strength, movement, and freedom that carry us forward. Because the truth is, strong legs matter more than we realize. As we age, it's easy to blame every ache, every stumble, every wave of fatigue on simply getting older. That's the story we've been told, the one we've learned to accept. But what if that story isn't entirely true? What if your muscle loss, your fatigue, your balance issue aren't just about age at all? What if they're the silent side effects of the very supplements you trusted to keep you strong? The gradual breakdown of your muscles and nerves isn't always just time taking its toll. Sometimes it's an overload months, or even years of well-intentioned daily vitamins doing quiet harm. But here's the good news. When we catch the signs early, we can take back control. By rethinking our supplements, asking the right questions, and making small, informed changes, we can protect our strength and independence for years to come. Your legs carry your freedom. Don't let unnecessary supplements take that freedom away. Aging is inevitable, but how you age, that part is still in your hands. Now that you know the hidden risks behind certain vitamins, you might be wondering, what should I do next? Here's the good news. You don't need to panic, and you don't have to toss every bottle in your cabinet. But it's time to take a few intentional steps to protect your health, your leg strength, and your independence. Step 1. Review every supplement you take. Go through your vitamins daily or occasional and read the labels. Ask yourself, what's in here? Do I actually need it? Look out for vitamin E, vitamin A, especially retinol, and vitamin B6. You might be surprised how many different products contain them, sometimes in high doses. Step 2. Check your total dosage. Many older adults accidentally exceed the safe daily limits, not because of one pill, but because of many small sources adding up. For example, your multivitamin, your energy booster, and even fortified cereal could all be contributing. Know that you're consuming each day. Step 3. Talk to the right kind of doctor. Not all doctors are trained in aging-related nutrition. If possible, speak with someone who understands the needs of older adults, like a geriatric specialist or functional medicine provider. Bring your full list of supplements. Mention any leg weakness, balance issues, or tingling you've experienced. Don't hold back. Step 4. Request a nutritional blood test. Ask your doctor to include specific vitamin levels, especially A, E, and B6. These aren't part of routine lab work unless you request them. Testing can reveal whether your body is storing too much, and your doctor can guide you on how to adjust safely. Step 5. Focus on food first. Whenever you can, get your nutrients from real food. Your body absorbs vitamins better from natural sources like fruits, vegetables, lean meats, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. These foods are naturally balanced and far safer than over-supplementing. And remember, this isn't about fear. This is about empowerment. Your strength and mobility matter. With just a few thoughtful changes, you can protect your body, stay active, and live independently for years to come. Even if you've carefully adjusted your supplement routine, there's another silent threat that might be stealing your strength, and it's not something you'd expect. It's sitting. That's right. Prolonged sitting, even with the best intentions, is one of the most underestimated risks to leg strength as we age. Whether it's reading, watching television, or just taking a break between chores, the stillness starts to chip away at you more than you realize. The truth is, the longer we sit, the more our leg muscles begin to shrink from lack of use. And when those muscles weaken, balance becomes harder to maintain. Suddenly, simple movements like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs don't feel so simple anymore. In fact, they can become downright dangerous. On top of that, inactivity accelerates bone loss, especially in the hips and legs, making even minor falls potentially life-changing. But the good news is, you don't need a gym membership or intense workouts to fight back. What you need is movement, regular, gentle, intentional movement. A short walk around the house, a few minutes of stretching, simple chair exercises, even just standing up every hour. These tiny acts send a message to your body. I'm still here. I'm still using you. Don't shut down on me. Think of movement like medicine for your bones, for your muscles, for your confidence. Just as you're cautious about what supplements you take, be just as mindful about how often you move your body. Your body was made to move, and it thrives when you let it. So if you're already making smart choices about what goes into your body, don't forget about what your body needs to do. Movement is one of the simplest, most effective ways to protect your strength, your balance, and your independence. Every step counts, literally. A message from someone who's been there. Let me speak to you not as a doctor or an expert, but as someone who's walked this road. I've seen a lot in my years. I've watched friends, neighbor 7 family gradually lose their strength, their stability, and eventually their independence. Not from a major illness, but from habits they thought were helping. They took the same vitamins every day, trusted the labels, never suspecting that the very things they believed were keeping them strong were quietly making them weaker. That's why I urge you now, pay attention. Be wise. You've lived a long life, so live it strong. Listen to your body. Don't ignore the little hesitations, the unexpected tiredness in your legs. These things matter. They are whispers from your body before it begins to shout. You earned the right to walk with confidence, to step into each day on your own 2 feet, steady and proud. Don't let outdated habits or silent mistakes steal that from you. You still have strength. You still have time. So take back control. Ask the hard questions. Rethink what you've been told. And remember, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. With freedom, with purpose, with power. Your legs carry your independence. They carry your life. Don't let unnecessary supplements or too much stillness take that away. Aging is inevitable. But how you age, that's up to you. And now, you have the knowledge to protect what matters most. Use it. Take a closer look at your daily habits. It's never too late to make a change that supports your strength, your health, and your future. Even the smallest steps, like reviewing your supplements or moving a little more each day, can help you reclaim your balance, your confidence, and your freedom to move without fear. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which vitamin will you be checking first? Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today. Your story might help someone else take their first step too. And if this was helpful, make sure to subscribe for more real practical health tips made just for older adults, because living longer should also mean living better.